Hi everyone. I hope everybody are very fine at home. So today I want to start a new lesson. It is about nutrition in animals. So what is nutrition? Nutrition is nothing but the mode of taking of the food by the organism and utilizing the food by the organism is called as nutrition. So here how the animals prepare their food. They cannot prepare their food as we know. Why? Because animals are heterotrophs. They cannot prepare their own food. But how they get the food? Yes, it's a question to you, right? How they get the food? They get the food by taking other plants and animals. They eat, that is they depend upon plants and animals for their food. As we know that before, animals are categorized into three major groups. Those are herbivores, carnivores and omnivores, right? Herbivores are called as grass-eating or plant-eating animals, and carnivores are called as flesh-eating animals. At the same time, omnivores are called as both. They eat both the flesh and the plant. So all this we know that. Here and we call them as heterotrophic in nature. So these are called as heterotrophs, right? So here the nutrition in animals involves in 5 different steps. Yes, the nutrition involves in 5 different steps. Those are, the first step is called as ingestion. Ingestion means not any injection here. Ingestion means taking the food into the body. So all the organisms will eat the food, right? So all the animals, right? Animals will take the food from the mouth. That is called as ingestion. Next step coming to the digestion. So whatever the food we eat, that will be break down into smaller pieces, right? Insoluble substances will be break down into soluble substances. This is called as digestion. Yes, this is the second step. Next coming to the third one is absorption. Third one is absorption. Absorption means the digested food. The digested food passes through the intestinal walls into the bloodstream. That is called as absorption. Intestinal wall to the bloodstream. It is called as absorption. After absorption, assimilation takes place. The fourth one is about assimilation. What is assimilation? Here the absorbed food, whatever the food we eat, it gets absorbed. The absorbed food is taken by the body cell and also uses in the function of the growth, repair of the cell, and we get some energy. The total we call it as assimilation. Next, finally, the last one is about digestion. The unwanted food, the waste food is sent out through the body. That is called as digestion. The undigested food is removed from the body. Okay, the undigested food is removed by the body is called as digestion. These are the 5 major steps involved in the nutrition process in the animals.
Do you know in how many methods the animals take food? Observe the bird and again the starfish, how they catch the food.
Animals take in food by different methods. We know that number of animals are present. All the animals will not take the same type of food as we know, and all the animals will not have the same organ for taking the food. For example, if we take the frog, so frog uses its tongue, a sticky tongue to catch the prey. If any insect fall onto the tongue, it easily swallows the food. And coming to the butterfly, a butterfly is having a very long tube. Through that it easily sucks the nectar from the flower. Next coming to the hummingbird. Hummingbird also sucks the nectar from the flower. And again houseflies. You know one interesting thing about the houseflies. Houseflies when they fall on the solid food material, they make the solid food material into the liquid state. That is they splits its saliva onto the food so that the food will change into the liquid state and then they will eat the food. That is about the houseflies, the food taking process in houseflies. The next coming to spider, you know about the spider. Spider unveils some web. So the insects will fall on the web, so the spider takes it the food. Next coming to the hydra. Hydra is an aquatic animal, so it has some tentacles. So it catches the prey and it totally through the mouth it swallows the food into the body cavity. That is about the hydra. And next coming to the eagle. As we know the eagle is having very good eyesight as we know. So it catches the food and again it tears the food, and it having a very sharp and pointed beak. So with that it easily tears the flesh and it eat. And next coming to the, as we know that cow, buffalo, all these animals. These animals they use the teeth and tongue for taking the food. And we know that rumination also takes place in these cow and buffalo or such type of animals. And next coming to the human beings, as we know, we also involve all the mouth, the teeth, everything is involved in our mode of taking. So finally, by all these examples, we can understand that many number of different methods are involved in taking the food by the organisms. All the organisms are not having same type of organ for taking the food. Is it not? If you take the snakes also, snake eat the rats and again the frogs, it directly swallows the food, right? So here every organism has its own style of taking the food. So these are the examples I have given to you. And next coming to our digestion, that is our digestive system, human digestive system. What are the parts involved in that, how the digestion takes place, we will discuss in the. Let's start the human digestive system. Whatever the food we eat break down into simple pieces and undigested food is eliminated from our body. So this total process involved, we call it as human digestive system. Yes, it is also called as alimentary canal. And not only these, other glands are also involved in this digestive system. Those are pancreas, liver and salivary glands. Let's know them in detail.
The various organs of the human digestive system in sequence are mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. Mouth, buccal cavity. Food is taken into the body through the mouth. The digestion of food starts as soon as we put the food in the mouth. The salivary glands secrete a watery liquid called saliva. The tongue helps in mixing saliva with food. Saliva is a digestive juice which helps to digest the starch present in the food partially. Digested food is swallowed by the tongue and goes down into esophagus. Esophagus carries the slightly digested food from the mouth to the stomach by peristalsis. The food is further digested in the stomach. The inner lining of stomach secrete mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. The partially digested food then goes from the stomach into the small intestine.
Let's know the digestion in small intestine. The partially digested food from the stomach enter into the small intestine. Here in the small intestine, some digestive juices are secreted. Those are from the pancreas, liver and the intestine. Here liver produces a juice that is called as bile juice, which is stored in the gallbladder. It is very useful for breakdown of the fats. And next coming to the pancreas. Pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. Again here this pancreas also makes the fats, changes the fats into the fatty acids. Intestinal juice. Intestinal juice breaks down the starch carbohydrate completely into sugar and glucose and proteins into amino acids. In this way the food breaks down completely into very small water soluble substances, and this is called as digested food. Absorption of digested food takes place in the small intestine. In the small intestine we can observe several number of finger-like projections are called as villi. So here this villi takes the total absorption process. That is, they make the surface area very wide so that rapid absorption of the food takes place in the small intestine. Yes. Now the digestion process in the large intestine. It is the last step in the digestive system. Here the absorbed food from the small intestine enter into the large intestine. It's about 1.5 meter long. And here in the large intestine, the total water which will be absorbed by the large intestine, and the undigested food change into the solid state. And this food is sent out through the anus. So this is the total, and we call it as digestion. We know that. So this is a total digestive system. So again we will recollect the main points in the digestive system in detail.